What's up, guys? It's Josh with iJobs. Thanks for coming to today's video. Happy 313 Day if you're from Detroit. Today is March 13th, and that's the 313 area code. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about a couple of women. I'm going to a panel tonight to meet women developers who've done some great things in Detroit. I'm going to be listening to what they're saying, picking up on some advice, and sharing some clips. So if you're enjoying the content that we have, do me a huge favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. It's just some quick housekeeping before we get going. I tried to do my best to both pay attention but also get some clips for you guys, but I didn't want to be the guy filming 2 hours worth of content on his phone. So with that being said, in the video today, you will see some clips. I'll add in some breaks where I explain the question that was asked before. But the host did a great job of going from introduction to kind of chronological order of what they've done, how they get a start, all the way through to some of the difficulties they've had and advice they would give if they were to do it again. So this is what you're gonna see, a mashup and some clips of different answers from different panelists. And here we go.
Added a fourth phase to the project, a fourth and final phase. We'll round the project out at about 99 units.
This project is a historic Spanish eclectic, nationally registered 50-unit apartment building. It is 50,000 square feet. It will yield 50 units, and the AMI is running about 80%. This building also sits in a historic district in the city of Pontiac, in Seminole Hills. We're right in the thick of things, so we have finished our abatement and we're in demolition, so we're in full force.
You don't see a lot of developers that look like me and us. And once I got to that point to where I'm like, okay, I've been at this small scale long enough. I need to be in a market where there's an appetite for me, and I can be in a community where I can see other Black developers, I can see other women develop, and it would be the norm. It would not be the exception. I don't have to fight certain, barriers. And so I started to put my feelers out there, and tried a couple of markets. Did well in Jacksonville. I didn't really like the market. I explored Birmingham and Macon. I didn't feel like that was for me, and Detroit just came up in my spirit, and I said I'm just going to explore.
In this question, the panelists were asked by the host to kind of describe how they got into development and what they're currently working on. Also to kind of talk about the interests, what led you to be interested in doing development?
It sent me on a journey to start looking at, okay, well, if my interest was hit hard and I have an excellent resume, how does that impact people who are already in poverty? So I went on a journey to look at ending homelessness and chronic homelessness. And
if you don't have sustainable housing or feel comfortable that you're going to have a place to sleep and lay your head every night, you can't focus on anything else. So housing is the foundation of a community so that it can be sustained and grow and nurture.
In this clip, the question that the panelists asked was for them to give a small piece of advice that they would offer to someone else or themselves at a younger stage if they had to do it again.
So I'm going to put in a shameless plug. Get involved in a group like WSDI. And for those of you that don't know what WSDI stands for, is Women's Sustainable Development Initiative. And they are a nonprofit organization that helps you to form your idea, whatever idea you have, and help you make it a reality. So WSDI, I also have a cohort sister here to my left in Candace. We were also a part of Women We Build, Women Empowered to Build.
I know you ain't leaving me out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was speaking of this past year, 2024's cohort. I'm sorry. But get surrounded, get engulfed, and get yourself surrounded with some mentors to help you through your journey. And that can catapult you to your next step.
And I did not have a resource, not one. I mean, literally nothing, okay? I had an attorney mentor because I was just out of law school. and she was in real estate, and she did what she could, right, from that side. But in terms of the development piece, you just have to I had to dig in, and so that's what you're gonna have to do. 2018 is when things really started to open up. I was a part of the CIP Equitable Developer Initiative in the first cohort with DEBA, right? And CIP, awesome partner, right? That made all the difference. And from 2018 to 2023, I was able to capitalize phase 2 of the project and break ground, and now I'm 5 months from a ribbon cutting. So, yes, absolutely.
The panelists were asked if they were to go back in time and to figure out what decisions they would not make, what would they do? And I think the most experienced of the ladies gave some great advice about perseverance and persistence, and so did some of the other ladies on the panel. But really powerful answer, and there was more said, but you get the gist of it from this short clip.
Information, sharing, there's not a lot of that coming up in real estate. People like to hold back information. I like to share. You come to me, I'm going to try to point you in the right direction. I'm going to tell you the truth, and you're probably not going to like it. But I'd rather somebody tell me the truth than let me go spend a whole lot of money, and then they knew it, and now I'm broke, and I got to pay that debt off. But I'm going to say that what I tell anyone that I mentor, and I mentor men and women, like, when you have your idea, don't make an emotional decision on your project and think it through. Does it make sense?
Well, that's the end of that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked and listened to some of the tips that the developers gave in terms of their process and their journey and what they would do different. And if you're enjoying the content around development or our personal construction projects here at iJobs, do us a huge favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.